Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Welcome to this very first of our micro trainings that we will do starting this year, or at least this fall, and moving forward. We'd like to welcome all those who are new to the teaching. We have a large number this semester, so glad that you're here. This is meant to be a short micro training. One of the questions I got asked here quite a bit over the last couple of weeks was just suggestions on what if I was going to teach, what would I do that first week? So I just went through, and if I just taken the 4 days, this is probably what I would do, looking at the pacing guide that's on my website there. I think day one, I would do some kind of small get to know you thing just to welcome them back. They're going to be excited to see each other. They have exciting stories to tell. And I would just come up with something fun just to do for that first 20 minutes of class, and have them share, something that they did this summer. What was their funnest thing that they did? What was, I don't know. You can ask all kinds of questions there. Places they visited. Just ask them questions so they all get a chance to share something. And then the second half of that first day, I would be teaching that first lesson on learn by faith in Jesus Christ. There's some great stuff in that lesson. Particularly, there's a little video there about how seminary can change your life, and I would just that focus on that part of seminary that is we are here because we want to change, become more like the Savior. There's some great questions in that lesson. There's some great some good activities and some things that you could do with just kind of getting them excited about seminary. And again, I think you could do it in 20 minutes. There's probably more there than you can teach, but you could take a couple of those sections and condense them and really just get them excited about seminary and what seminary can do for them, and maybe have them set some goals just of what they want to accomplish in seminary that year, or this coming year. So that's what I would do on day one. Day two, I would there's a lesson there on studying the scriptures, and I would dive in that day. I would just settle into that lesson and talk about studying the scriptures. There's a part in there where it talks about using footnotes and just kind of helping them with some study skills. And I would substitute the Luke 2 that they use, and I would substitute that one out and use the Romans 8, which is the Come Follow Me part of the Come Follow Me curriculum. And I would just use that. I went through and looked at it, and you could take everything that they were using in Luke 2 as an example in the lesson and substitute stuff out of Romans chapter 8. And so I would and as part of that there, I would really make sure that I would help or explain the new reading requirements, show them what they need to read, those 30 pages that need to be read. And then I would really help them think about a goal that they could set, a personal goal for their reading for the semester ahead, and just really kind of make that a concrete thing as you end that. That's kind of the takeaway that you want them to have. Something that's written down, something that they can post, so that they can see and be reminded of it. Something that you're aware of, even though they don't report to you, but it's good that you know that. And, they can write that. You have them sign a paper, put it on a paper or something and give that to you, or however you want to do that. There's a lot of ways to doing that. But I would make sure that I would end that day with them understanding the reading requirements and having a really solid personal reading goal that they could have a meaningful experience with moving forward for the rest of the semester. That's day two. Day three, I would do that next lesson, learning by the Spirit. That is a great lesson that's in there. I think that's all on that week 6 through 12th on the curriculum, and you can click on those. But I read through that, and that really is a good lesson, and help them to know about what learning by the Spirit is, and why it's so important that we have the Spirit in class. And I think part of that, I always did this, and when I was teaching seminary, was that was just an opportunity to sit and talk about, hey, here, what are things that we can do as a class that invites the Spirit, and why is that important that we have these kind of rules, these fences around this class, so that this is a place where the Spirit can dwell and be with us as we are learning. And really, that's an opportunity for you to kind of say, hey, here's rules, and help them become invested in that, and help them to be a part of those decisions, and then they will be more likely to follow that. And if you can set that, that's where I'd be talking about tardies coming late and how that's disruptive. I would talk about all those things that would help us to have a reverent and a learning environment where the Spirit can come, a safe environment. I would talk about all those things as it comes to learning by the Spirit. That would be day 3, and then day 4. I think we have everybody on a 4-day teaching week. So on day 4, then I would teach that part 1 of ask or acquiring spiritual knowledge, and you could combine parts 1 and 2. And you can combine that with Romans, 12 through 15. Look at that. I kind of put that on the curriculum there, the pacing guide, and you can substitute and kind of move along and teach these in tandem and kill 2 birds with 1 stone there. But I would really help them to understand what it means to acquire spiritual knowledge and the part that they play in that. And I think that is a solid, good week of them being excited about what's going to come ahead, and it gives them an opportunity to set goals and to become vested in it. And as you move forward, these are things that you can reference back to again and again and again, and it will be a good blessing for them. So yeah, that would be my first week right there with those 4 things. So I'll kind of put those in the notes just as I listed them there, so you don't have to go back and watch those record or make notes on this, but so you can just have those. But thank you. Have a great week. And if we could do anything for you, please let us know, and we will try to help you as best we can. Thank you. Goodbye.